What's up, YouTube? Now, here goes an update to my journey reselling action figures on eBay. And guess what we sold? Absolutely nothing. Over the weekend, so my weekend's a Sunday and Monday. So on Monday night, I literally spent 4 hours listing 25 items, probably like 2 or 3 hours, but like 4 hours probably because I had to find things to list. And so I was just going through everything. I got to things that were hard to reach, and I listed a few things for cheap. I even got into my collection, my Swamp Thing McFarlane mods. I listed that for 40 bucks. I want 50 really, but one sold for 20. But I'm not giving it to what I paid for. You know what I mean? For certain things, I'm gonna up the price now because I'm not on eBay. This is the thing. I made an eBay for a hobby. That hobby start turning into cold hard cash. That cold hard cash, I want some more of. So I was listing a bunch of stuff, and all of a sudden now I just have a bunch of stuff on eBay listed and nothing's selling because my stuff is not getting pushed out there. And when I promote my stuff, eBay is taking every penny. And so the only way I'm making money, and I was making money, is I go list 25 items, and out of that 25 items, 5 or 6 things will be seen, and people are picking it up and buying stuff right now. I literally put 25 items there, nothing in 3 days. It's been 3 whole days and nothing. And that's just a sign showing me, like, dude, you could do really well on eBay, even get good, great feedback and all that, and just completely silence. So I was like, dude, I gotta buy more stuff and spend more money and just keep on listing because the listing thing was working for me. And no, it's not working anymore because I listed 25 items and not one thing sold. You know what I mean? And these 25 items, I'm talking about culture fly stuff, or like everything. The stuff, it ain't the stuff. I'll tell you that because the stuff is probably the best stuff I put up on there, and some of the numbers is really good. I'm not trying to rip anybody's head off. I'm kind of like not breaking even, but on a few things, just making a buck or two. I'm just trying to make that $5 or $6 back because I do want to make the money back so I can go buy some more stuff if I can find stuff for cheaper. You know what I'm saying? But until then, I have over 200 and something things listed on there, and I don't want to get to 500 or 1,000. I would want to see stuff sell. So I'm trying to like think of what can I do? What else can I do? And the only thing I could do is probably just go to a flea market and try to get lucky. You know what I'm saying? Try to get lucky and just hold out until somebody just like I could just buy up someone's everything for like $100, and in that $100 I spend, I know I'm gonna make some money back. Or I don't even want to spend $100, like 20, $50, because I do have about $400. So um I just got paid out on the 7th. July 7th was a payout. I made about 136 bucks, maybe 140. You know what I mean? The month before that was my best month. I made almost $400. You know what I mean? And so usually I think I'm rounding out to like $100, 100 or something a month. And right now for the month of July, right now from this period, I don't know what's going to happen because I literally have a bunch of cool stuff listed on eBay, and it's zero views. I'm talking about I have zero views on most of everything. So I know it ain't the stuff, because just last week I sold 5 things in one day. After that, I haven't sold anything. No one has no offers, no nothing. And I guess, it's just a waiting game for now, just the first time, I guess, eBay. I guess I've been lucky. I don't know how other resellers or sellers do well or have just some weeks they don't sell anything even when they list. I don't know if that's even possible, but I guess it is. I'm having a hard time trying to sell stuff. So I might venture off to Amazon. I work at Whole Foods, so it would be nothing for me to do it. So I made enough money on eBay to actually venture off somewhere else and just list all the same stuff. I would have to do it over. I would list all these things over again on a different platform for more money, and let's see if it sells. So I'm thinking our venture is going to turn into not just eBay but Amazon as well. And if you guys have any suggestions of other places I could maybe sell that's safe and online and where I won't be getting scammed, or you know what I mean, I'd be willing to maybe try that out as well. But at the end of the day, the whole thing is time. Where do you find the time? I will let you know exactly what I did today, and just to show you where my time is at. I started work at 10 p.m. All right, from 10 to 6:30 a.m. 6:30 I come home. I exercise from 7 a.m. to 7:30. From 7:30 I'm going outside watering my plants to like 8 o'clock. So I'm back in the house like 7:45, 8. Then I have to cook. So I'm making my little food, you know. After I eat my food, I'm not even turning on the TV. The first thing I'm doing, I'm either making videos. Today I'm making videos, editing, or trying to upload stuff. And so, and after that, it's like 10 a.m. right now. It's like 10:30 right now, almost, and that's time for my dinner. So once 10:30 a.m. is around my dinner time. Then I eat my dinner around 10:30. I mean, like 11, and then I only have an hour till I have to be in bed to go to sleep, to try to lay down for 8 hours, because I have to be up at 8 p.m. to start it all over again. So, you know, where do I find the time to do all this stuff? You know, when I'm already sacrificing scrolling. I want to scroll on Instagram. I want to watch videos on YouTube. I want to do this stuff. But I also want to be successful at doing a social media and having money in my pocket. You know, so this is all a sacrifice I have to sacrifice to maybe even not make it. But I'm going to try anyway, and I'm going to keep trying until I reach that 500, and I'm keep trying until I get to where I got to go, because I'm not going to stop, you know. And even if I have to change content and do something different, or even get a different channel, whatever, I'm going to have to try to make something work. You know, it's just the direction I want to move in. I have this in my routine now. I know I could do it. You know what I'm saying? I know I could resell stuff. I ran a business from the age of 14 to I was 33 years old before I got a job, a regular Joe Schmo job, and I see nothing paying off except the pain in my back, and the time is gone. And I'm just getting older. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel fucking, what is that word, secure. You know, I never felt secure. That's why I always went against the government and did the things that I did, you know, illegally, you know. And I did it for so long until where I got away with it for so many years, you know. And it's just a crazy way, it's a crazy lifestyle that I lived. And I'm not going to get into that in here, because this is a different kind of place, and and maybe I will share my story once I have the 500 subscribers and have my own subscriptions. You know, once they get the subscriptions, they'll get the access to all the personal details of, and even some stories from my days. But yeah, because they're hard, interesting. You know, I could write a book if I really wanted to. It's just a head full of trauma, you know. But other than that, I love collecting action figures. I love nostalgia. So I'm thinking of taking this in a direction. So this is the thing. I have some things popping up, and I will share them with you. So on the 17th July, which is my godfather's birthday, and it's crazy because they were previously supposed to come out on May 29th, and that's my little cousin's birthday. Um, and that's when I was going to do the card break and all that. And they got pushed back to July 17th. So I'm hoping that it don't get pushed back again. But there it is, the Wednesday Netflix mega box. You know, I don't know. I think by Cardsmith, and I like Cardsmith. Cardsmith makes some cool cards, and so I'm gonna pick up these cards, and I might even pick up two boxes. You know what I mean? Just because it's nothing out there on the market horror related to card breaks, you know, unless you're into like Pokemon and weird stuff like that. I'm not into anime. I just want some horror, some pure horror, you know. Give me some Freddy Krueger, like the Killer Clowns from Outer Space stuff. You know, I really like those kind of card breaks, and it's really nothing out there. You know, I keep going to GameStop and asking like, hey, is there anything horror genre? And he says stuff like, I don't know what that is. You know, it's not horror. You know, it's like some Japanese kind of anime kind of horror, which is horror, but it's just not something that's clicking with me, you know. And my kind of content that I do. I want to be able to do something that I'm into. And so, yeah, I really loved the first season of Netflix show Wednesday. And so, yeah, I'm going to really enjoy doing these card breaks because that's the only thing on the market that's coming out that's basically like, you know what I mean? I could pre-order, I could pick up and like, let's go, guys. This just came out. Let's do this unboxing. Let's check. That's the whole get go. I can't. Maybe I see some Stranger Things cards. Maybe I'll do some Stranger Things cards. Maybe that will hit. But that costs money. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm thinking maybe Stranger Things. Who knows? Stranger Things. But so that's what I have coming up for July is that card break. And the other things I'm waiting for is Saturday morning cards. And I believe they're dropping some Goosebumps stuff at the San Diego Comic Con. So there, they will be dropping some motherfucking Goosebumps, really cool cards, and I have a whole set of silver right here. So as soon as it's up online, where I could pre-order the most expensive package, and that's like getting like a portrait and a couple other things and like 8 blind. I think it's like 6 cards altogether still, but or maybe it's more cards, but I'm spending like 500 or 600 bucks with these guys. You know what I mean? And it's a reason why because I really enjoyed the Saturday, and it's going to be the first box that's going to be glowing in the dark. So not only the cards are really cool, the box is actually going to glow in the dark as well. So I'm really looking forward to the content, and so I'm trying to save money. And when I just did this last toy hunt at Ross, I was disappointed with the stuff I picked up because I spent too much money. I'm not making any money on eBay, so I might hope on going to Ross maybe because I don't know if I can control my itchy finger. You know what I mean? I couldn't control it this time, so it's like, you know, fuck because eBay's not working out right now. You know what I mean? It's not. eBay sucks butt. I'm wasting a whole lot of time on there trying to send people offers and do I promote this? Like, oh, I'm gonna have to up the price. So if I do promote it and someone buys it, then that's how I make some money is because I had to up the price on it. And so I don't know what to do. Spending too much time on eBay just looking and just being disappointed where I'm just like I'm not gonna go on here no more. I'm only gonna go check to see if I sold anything. I'm starting to it's starting to get out of my routine to where I wake up and the first thing I go is eBay like, oh yeah, I got to sell. Don't even go there anymore because it's like nothing's gonna sell. You know what I'm saying? What the heck? But I hope it does pick up. I got some really cool stuff on my eBay. Um, if you want to go look at that, leave me a comment. I'll let you know where to go, and not, I'll just put it up here. And so, yeah, go like this video. If you haven't already subscribed, go subscribe to my channel. Keep it spooky, peeps.